Hey. He died. No. What am I eating? Where's that? I'm eating canes. It's my hair care routine. I use this curl enhancing smoothie. Oh man, I'm so exhausted. What did she say? I forget. No, I don't. I didn't see it again. Phenomenon. Cop caller? Who did I call the cops on? I don't call the cops on anyone.
Sorry he didn't see it.
Pull the plug. Thank you. Hey, oh you love me, thank you. I don't have a girlfriend. I didn't get anyone arrested. Guys, if you didn't see my recent posts, then do not talk about things. Go look at my recent posts. I'm not talking about anything. I never said that. So maybe we shouldn't address it here. Like I said, I'm not talking about that anymore. I didn't get anyone arrested. It was a post somewhere that someone said something. And I just addressed that I didn't do that. That was it. That was all. I'm not, there's no sense in defending. I didn't do anything to anyone. I don't know the whole situation of what happened. I just know that I don't know if it was people from TikTok, because I don't really, you know, so I have to be careful. Yeah. My foot is like weird feeling. It's good. Oh, hey, look, 9 to 5. I was watching Bicentennial Man. That movie with Robert Williams. No, actually, you know what's crazy? I didn't have no breakfast, no dinner. The only thing I had yesterday was Burger King. And the only thing I had today was Cane's. I haven't been eating. I don't know, I just haven't had, like, I've been feeling like I'm full and like I can't eat. So I don't know what's going on. But yeah. So, yeah. Well, Was it to be? I think it was. I think that's what, yeah, Bicentennial Man was. That's my boy. Yep. There's a movie I want to see. Beyond the Night Walking Phoenix, but that's not the one. Yeah, Bicentennial Man. It's with Robin Williams. He's a robot born in East LA. I kind of like this movie too. It's with Cheech Man. Single white female. I think I'm asking. There was a crazy Tyler Perry movie we watched. Man, you should watch that. No, I can't even remember what it was. It's on Tubi. Acrimony. How did you know? How did you know acrimony? Mm-hmm. That movie was crazy. For attention, but you must not know. Obviously. You you do know how to read, right? I guess some people can't read videos or can't read. I'm eating canes. Oh man, I'm exhausted. I don't know. I've been really eating much of anything since yesterday. I ate Burger King, and that was it. That's all I ate, and I ate that like around lunchtime. And then today I was in a hurry because I had to go somewhere, and I didn't eat breakfast. I just went out the door, and then I wasn't gonna get King's because I was like, nah, I don't want to get it. And I was like, I'll get it. Cause I didn't feel like eating. I was like, I gotta eat something. So yeah, I just been having horrible sleep. Everything's just been horrible. But yeah. How's my mental health going? Not good. Yesterday, okay, so someone was in very bad, it was very bad, like really bad pain. And so I had to go to the emergency room because the person, they took their night meds and it makes them sleepy. So I had to make sure they didn't fall asleep at the wheel. And then I waited a while because they waited for a while, and then it was taking too long for the results. So then the the person was like, "You guys can leave." I just nodded off twice in the emergency room, and then finally when we got home, it was like 1 o'clock last night, and so I was gonna try to go live, but I'm like, I can't even. I'm tired. Like, it was a lot. Like, yeah, this person was in bad pain. I was like, I didn't know what to do. Just like crying, really horrible pain. It was not good. And then I came home and it was like 1 o'clock. I went to sleep, but I've just been having these nightmares, like crazy out of nowhere. And then um yeah, so well, I got like new stuff I have to share with the therapist. Because I know if I don't talk about this stuff, it's therapy is not gonna work unless I'm not open and I bottle things up. So yeah, I'm like, man, there's always something new, and it's like a setback. Well, you know, if I don't do that, you know, am I really working on my mental health? Like, yeah, it's it's been a lot. I've been exhausted. Like, I just want to sleep all day, but you know, I have to get up. I don't have a choice. Or else I would just be in bed all day. You know, one minute I'm doing fine, and then the next minute I'm just like, think of something, and then I start crying, and then I'm back at it again. It's like a setback. I'm like, man, you know, because we're supposed to move forward with therapy, right? And the tips and stuff are supposed to help me. But then I'm like, there's always something, and now it's a setback. And now, this set me back. And I gotta, like, you know, you know, it was like, I don't know. I don't know anything that's going on, to be honest with you. No, guys, I'm not talking about Kayleen, and I'm not talking about Studchu or whatever you want to call her. That's not who I'm talking about, guys. And we're not talking about this person on this live. I already made a video post, so please do not come in this live and talk about it. I know I posted videos, but I was upset, and I just gotta, you know, let things settle. Yeah. To reiterate, I didn't get anyone arrested. The person snapped, and I don't know what happened. I really don't know. When something is happening that's putting your family in danger, I 100% understand why people look at people and just like, you know, everyone's a suspect, you know. And it was a situation that happened. I don't know what happened with the police. I don't know anything that basically happened. All I know is that they said someone tried to get them arrested. I don't know, because I know in some parts of the post they were referring to me. And I guess they saw something on my live that I said, which it's my own fault, but whatever. Well, it's not whatever because, you know, it's a situation, but I had to address it, which I didn't have to address it. I shouldn't have made any videos, but I did because I was upset because in partial of the post, the person had literally said that nobody died, so I don't know if they were talking to me. And I got a little hurt because my brother was a victim of a violent crime. And they just know how to hit people where it hurts. And you know, and I had to hope that, you know, and then how am I going to explain it to my mom? Like, hey, mom, you know, because my mom's seen the stuff I posted, and, you know, how am I going to explain to her, like, you know, who said that, and be like, mom, guess what? And then that's really going to hurt her. And, you know, I can't really say anything. And my mom's like, well, I wish you would tell me what's going on. And I'm like, well, I can't tell her. She met this person. And be like, you know, oh, brother. It's just crazy. Well, you don't know what's going on, so clearly I'm not gonna explain it. Actually, I really wasn't gonna say anything. I was upset, so I didn't realize that I had shared that, and right now was not a good time to share it because it's not, how do I say it? It's not very safe to share that. But since it's already out there, there's nothing I can do about it. Like, I can't take back what I said. So now people know. And, I was just trying to be cautious and not sharing that about myself because it's a very uncomfortable situation. And it was not safe for me to share that. And, yeah, so, but I can't really take that back and say, well, no, it's already out there. You guys know now. But yeah, like I said, I'm not talking about anyone on the side. I'm not mentioning anybody. I don't want to, yeah, like I put in that post, the emotional stuff I shared when I was emotional, which is 100% true, that I'm not going to be talking about the situation unless it is settled privately, which the person hasn't answered, so that's okay. And for people saying that you're being weird, first of all, you don't know the whole situation. It's a very scary, very dangerous situation. And to put me in a situation where they're saying I'm involved with dangerous people puts me in harm's way. And to not care is what hurts. Because how are you not going to care? Like, I already have PTSD and all of this other stuff. And now I have to worry because it's like whatever people did on TikTok has nothing to do with me. I've already told people, if someone's doing something to you, those are not my fans. I specifically told people do not to stop, and no one didn't want to take it seriously. Now people want to be all in my comment sections being like, now that this whole situation blew up, they were like, well, you guys should have left it alone. It's too late for that. Where was everyone when I asked people to stop? They thought this was jokes. They thought this was serious. Like, for me, I got to protect my safety now. I got to worry about my safety being in danger because I'm being linked to some dangerous people that I didn't even do anything. The place that I'm at, like, to be honest with you, where I'm at, I can't really explain too much because I don't want to dox myself. They know the place that I'm at. I don't have time to do any of that. There's just a lot going on. I dropped the remote. And to be honest, I really don't want to talk about them or talk about this situation because I'm not going to go back and forth. I'm not doing the social media back and forth. Like I said, I just posted that video. And that's that. If people want to say that I got someone arrested, then go ahead. Just because you don't know how to read properly. That's not what happened. Someone said something, I don't know, they were talking about several people. I don't know. I know partial of it was talking about me, but I don't talk to police. I've never done that as far as the unaliving goes. I wouldn't do that to somebody. I don't know. I'm just very confused at the whole thing because I'm like, what's going on? Some about donations, money. I don't have no money. I'm broke. I don't receive money from anyone to do anything. Whatever issues people got, that's theirs. My issues are my issues. And I gotta be concerned. My mom's being bullied at the shelter. And I'm trying to get our housing going. I received a letter in the mail, so finally that's kind of moving along. And my mom is upset because, and so at least that gives her some bit of happiness. The housing is slowly moving. And yeah, I'm just exhausted. I'm tired. You know, um, well, no, not every day because I don't have money to eat fast food every day. So yeah, yesterday someone bought me Burger King because somebody that works there. Nobody said anyone was forcing me to talk about this. So, anyways, um, it's like a worker that's like singling her out for no reason. And I don't know what's going on because she made these like shamrock numbers. She made these like shamrock numbers and she gave them to everyone. And she skipped my mom on purpose. And my mom witnessed this couple was abusing a dog and she told the workers and they didn't care. They weren't giving the dog water. They weren't taking the dog out to the restroom and she said the dog needs to go. They ignored her and the dog peed on the mattress. On the mat. It's like a mat, whatever. Peed in the bed. And then the dog was thirsty and she said, you need to give the dog water. And they said, we did. And they didn't give the dog water. Um, yeah, it's just been a bunch of stuff. She doesn't really have much to do because she can't get out because she's in a walker and it's hard for her to get anywhere by bus. And so they've been trying to help her get into something that can take her until we get a place. But it's a lot of excuses. It's a lot of people not wanting to help. So I just broke down. I had to call the lady that had my case, but she had to end up dropping it. And so, um, yeah. So then, um, yeah. No, I'm exhausted. I'm very tired. Oh, I went today somewheres and did something, so that's why I'm exhausted. But yeah. So yeah, that's just basically everything that's been going on. So my mom has been singled out by this lady. And so I told her, I was like, we need to figure out that we were supposed to get in right away and we didn't. Well, I can't deactivate my account because I have a transaction going through. So because I'm supposed to get paid on the 15th, it won't allow me to deactivate the account because it says you have a transaction. It says either um, empty out your wallet or pay whatever you owe. I don't owe anything on TikTok. So yeah, it's the transaction that I'm getting paid on the 15th. So on the 15th when I get paid, I'm just going to temporarily deactivate it. So yeah, that's just basically what happened. Yeah, I know. I didn't get paid on the 15th last time, so if it doesn't go through, then it's not set to pay, which means I could deactivate it. I hope. If not, then I won't be able to deactivate it. Yeah, I don't want to delete the whole account. Well, I have to deactivate it. Um, yeah. Basically, TikTok put someone in danger. I got blamed. I don't know. I don't know the whole situation. I don't even know. I asked people to leave this person alone. Obviously, they didn't. It got worse. Something I said on my live stream upset them, rightfully so, and they snapped on Facebook. I have posted a couple of videos, but like I said, I'm not talking about the situation anymore. Cause right now, my mental health is more important than anything, and I gotta fix that. I'm dealing with my depression and stuff, and like people in the comments saying, "Oh, you're just seeking attention. You just want them to feel bad." No, cause they don't care. They don't care. My mental health is like messed up, and I'm not saying this stuff for them to care, cause I know they don't care. They're angry. They're very mad. Like my mental health isn't important because obviously their family's important because their family's being put in danger. So obviously, I would understand. Like I do understand. Like being angry, but like I said, I tell people I'm like, this isn't what you want. Like you don't understand my social media. Like they're like, oh, I don't care, and then look what happens. And then social media gets involved, and then that's basically, and people never listen. So yeah, nobody said you were my therapist, so if you don't want to listen, you could leave. So yeah, I didn't blame nobody. I didn't blame anyone. If you think this is blaming, then you need to get a life. First of all, I don't involve myself with people like that, dangerous people. And I'm not going to say the whole situation. I literally, to be honest, they posted on Facebook what was going on in the midst of saying something about me. I didn't put anyone's business out there. They did on Facebook. I only addressed what pertains to me. To literally say that I put someone's business out there, I didn't even know the whole situation of them getting arrested until I saw that Facebook post. And I don't really go to their social media pages like that, to be honest. I don't go and look at their stuff, but something said, like, you need to go check, and, like, yeah, the only thing I addressed was what I felt was pertaining to me. If it was not, then my bad. But to accuse me, the only time my mom called the police, and that was not what they were saying, but I'm just reiterating. The only time I was supposed to talk to police was because someone tried to release a video of my dead brother, and they were going to blur it out, and my mom freaked out, and she called, and a detective was supposed to call me back, and I told her not to do that. I said, Mom, you can't do that, and I don't have time to be waiting around for a detective to call me in the middle of me having to do something important. And they never contacted me, so the detective never got back. And I literally told her that, and she didn't listen. That was a waste of time because they never contacted me back. She was trying to stop people from posting that video, but the police can't stop them unless they know who they are. And if we don't know who they are, then I don't know. You know what I mean? I am not selfish. The police will not help us. You do not understand. Like, the police don't help anybody. They're only going to tell people to file police reports, and then people are going to get away with stuff. And then that's how the cycle repeats. How many times do I have to file a police report for them to do something? It's been like, what, 7 or 8 police reports I've already filed with the police over this harassment, and it still hasn't stopped. It's not being selfish. Why am I gonna call these people? Do you know what happens when you call to file a police report? They come when they can. Because every other call is a priority. So if someone is in danger, they're going to attend to that person first. They're going to attend to that person first before they show up to talk to you to file a police report. So if there's something more serious, it may take them days before they even show up. to even file a police report. I know that because I filed police reports before. And I filed them while they was there, since people called the police and they showed up. And I said, well, since they're here, I'll just file a police report. That way I don't have to wait for days, because that's how that works. You can't just call them and they show up because you called them. They don't come right away. If it's a non-serious, and especially if it's a non-serious emergency, you're supposed to call 242 cops. And the non-serious emergency number, that's what they say. Well, they'll show up when they can. You know, they got other calls, and you know, I understand that. So, yeah. I didn't waste anyone's time. I didn't call the cops. That's what I'm telling you. My mom did, because someone tried to share a video. I didn't call the cops. I have never called the cops, except for certain situations, like when we were homeless and I heard this girl screaming for help. Yes. And then I had to call the cops because of the carjacking. And then I called the cops because this guy was swerving down the road and I think waved a gun at me. And, you know, it was very dangerous, and I couldn't let him drive and get someone hurt. And then another guy was drunk, and he parked, and he almost hit the wall. He was parked at a restaurant, Stripes, and he was drunk driving because he had a big old bottle, and he was like, look, 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 look. And he was like, gonna drive like that, and I'm like, oh no. So I had to call the police. Otherwise, you know, I don't really have contact with police pertaining to my situation, because I know 9 times out of 10, they ain't gonna show up. They're just gonna tell me to file a police report. I'm gonna do that, and then nothing ever gets done. So, yeah. Hi. So, yeah, I don't involve myself with people. I don't know what's going on. Like, for you know, like, that person knew me. Not, like, yeah, we've known each other for a while. And like I said, I know I wasn't going to talk about